Time for three things to know. Number one, 12-year-olds can't drive, but they can fly. Going through flight school in Virginia, that's seventh grader. Actually, at 12, he's a veteran. He first flew when he was 8. You can see footage of that. This is when he was 8 years old. Flying
father, like
plane.
Mitchell, Maverick.
Yeah, right?
You know? Oh my.
Incredible. Number two, when we hear stories of things being smuggled over the border, you may think drugs. Well, in this case, it was bologna. A woman with what was called heavier than usual suitcases stopped at the U.S.-Mexico border. 700 pounds of bologna in those suitcases.
That smell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what gave it away.
Probably gave it away. Number three, swimming season is over. This moose in New Hampshire didn't get the memo. Fell through a pool tarp. Police out to rescue it. Tarp removed. Moose moving on his way.
Homeowner's not a moose by that big hole in that tarp.
Not really. Not really. No.
All right, here first comes love, then comes marriage, then one lucky couple wins a wonderful second honeymoon. Today on the Newlywed Game. Here we go. First, she's a 24-year-old, he's 26 years old. They're both teachers. They've been married 7 months. Say hi to Carrie and Chad Gorsage. Hey, Chad. Hey, Carrie. Oh, you're sweet. Next, she's a collection supervisor and he's a deputy sheriff. They're both 26 years old. They've been married 1 year and 5 months. Let's meet Melanie and Tim Lohman. Melanie, good luck, Tim. Thank you, man. And finally, she's a sales representative and he's a computer network specialist. They're both 28 years old. They've been married for just 2 months. Congratulations to Kim and Kevin Derby. Congratulations, Kim. There you go, Kevin. I'm Gary Kroger, and thanks for joining us on the Newlywed Game. Guys ready? Ready for a little competition? I'm going to be asking you questions. I'm looking for matching answers from each couple. Matching answers earn points. Couple with the most points at the end will get that second honeymoon. Okay? Kim, show everybody how the game's played. Take a look at Kevin.
I won't watch a movie if I think it might be about...
Stop the tape. I want you to finish Kevin's sentence for 10 points.
Sexy girls?
If it's about sexy girls.
women crying to each other.
Sexy? What's wrong with sexy women?
Yeah, what's wrong?
I thought it was me. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with women crying to each other?
She doesn't like me watching. Oh, what's wrong with women crying to each other? Oh, too many 14 hanky movies, and I like Die Hard and Apocalypse Now.
We've come to know these women crying movies as what? Chick flicks?
Chick flicks.
You don't like chick flicks. You like guy flicks. All right.
That's right.
No points. Sorry. Melanie, here's Tim.
The last time we stopped what we were doing to have sex, we were...
Taking care of the baby?
Taking care of the baby.
Moving into our condo.
You remember that moment now?
No.
She doesn't remember. You know, Gary, she likes to christen all the rooms in the house, so what I did is I decided to stop packing, and we went up and just went at it for a while.
I guess that explains that baby. Gary, here's Chad.
The thing I didn't realize my wife was so picky about until after we got married was...
Keeping the bed made?
Keeping the bed made.
having the bed made every day.
How come this didn't reveal itself before you got married?
Well, we didn't sleep together, Gary.
Okay, all right. But now it's
What surprised me was that there's clothes all over the bedroom, there's shoes on the floor, coffee mugs, but you gotta have that bed made. You know?
Night.
All right, it's important. It's important to women. You got the points. Yeah. Chad, let's switch things around. Take a look at Carrie.
Compared to all his friends, my husband is much more...
What might that be, Chad?
Sensitive.
Sensitive. Are you proud of that?
sensitive.
I'm a 90s man.
Chad, you were very quick with that. You seem to know that you're very sensitive.
Yes, I am.
How sensitive is he?
He's very in touch with his female side.
Oh, you are? Well, we don't need to go any further with that. You got the points. Tim, here's Melanie.
I was surprised when I found out my husband doesn't know how to
Put things back.
Put things back.
put toilet paper on the roll.
Come on, Tim, that's a pretty basic thing.
Well, you know, sometimes you just gotta go, you run out, and you gotta go on to something else. You don't have time to put it back on the roll.
No, he waits for me to do it for him, as usual.
Is that right? Now, and just for everyone, what is the appropriate way to put it on? Paper over, paper under?
Paper over, I think.
Pay attention, Tim. Next time it's up to you. Kevin, here's Kim.
Just for the day, it would turn me on to be a
Beautiful swimsuit model.
Beautiful swimsuit model.
Let's hope.
Okay.
Playboy centerfold.
You were definitely in the ballpark, just a little bit different there. How would you feel about her being
My
a...
Playboy centerfold.
All right, I think you've done enough right there. Sorry you don't have any points yet, but that's all right. It's early. Melanie and Tim, it's early. No points yet. Carrie and Chad, you could not be doing better. You got 2 matches, 20 points. One of these couples says the room really shook on their wedding night. Find out what happened when we come back. Welcome back to the Newlywed Game. Cam, there's a story going around that you tried to rush through your wedding ceremony. What's
Well,
that?
Gary, I was a little nervous about saying the vows and doing them correctly without screwing up.
Sure.
That after I was finished, I was so proud of myself, did it perfectly, that I went in for the husband-wife first kiss.
So I had to lean back and say, "Easy, killer," and the entire congregation laughed. And the Reverend leans forward and says, "A little anxious, aren't we, lady?"
It wasn't that time in the
We weren't
service.
done yet. It wasn't time to kiss yet.
Oh, so on your
We're trying
wedding
to get the honeymoon going already. we're even off the altar yet.
But for all time then, on your wedding video, here's Kim trying to give you a kiss and
And
you're
I
going like
went,
this. Well, it worked out. Congratulations. Now, Melanie, you and Tim got kind of dirty on your honeymoon cruise.
Sure did.
Yeah?
We were extremely tired from the red-eye flight that we took, and so we get into our cabin, and we're ready to take a really nice nap, and we open the vent, and all this black soot just went all over our bed.
Black soot?
Black soot. But to top that off, Gary, every morning at 5:30 when the boat docked in port, the room would shake so bad, the bed would just vibrate for at least half an hour.
Now, why is that?
It wasn't him.
It was just the anchor coming off the boat.
So your room was next to the anchor coming
Yeah,
out.
so you know, I didn't need to put a quarter in the bed. It shook by.
Okay. Was the care tidy as you were?
Yeah, well, she dressed. She tend to load with clothing everywhere, and shoes and everything. It's all over the place.
No, Gary,
Well, here's the truth, folks.
he gets upset if I leave my tea bag. If I leave, make one cup of tea and I leave it on the counter because I'm going to use it maybe again. He gets upset about that. But he never mentions that I have to put up with having 3 surfboards strewn about my house, his wetsuit hanging in my shower every morning when I go to get in it, sand everywhere.
Sounds to me like a little negotiating, as it were.
Where's your wetsuit?
Well, I put my wetsuit under the nicely made bed.
Thank you very much.
Okay, guess what? Kim and Kevin, like I said, don't have any points yet. That's all right. No reason to panic. Melanie and Tim, same deal, no points. Carrie and Chad, 20 points. Now, here's how this round works. It's a multiple choice round. I'm going to ask you each a multiple choice question with 3 possible answers. You tell me which one your mate said, and you got a match, you got 10 points, okay? Carrie, I'm starting with you. According to Chad, when you tell him about your past, it's hard for him to resist grinning, brooding, or yawning.
Grinning.
Chad? What'd you say?
She wasn't that wild. She was a good girl, really. I mean, she was.
Well, what did you say, though, those 3?
Oh, I said yawning.
Yawning, yeah. Melanie, did Tim say your sex life is something to complain about, smile about, or brag about?
Complain about.
Might be the only time we see Tim applauding. It's something to complain about. Well, what's the complaint?
Well, let me answer that, Gary. When we were younger, me and my wife would go at it like rabbits, you know? And now that we're married and got a baby, it just kind of died off. You know, it's just not fair.
That's natural, though. That's life. That's right. Kim, what did Kevin say he does before bed now that he almost never did when he was single? Brush his teeth, put his clothes away, or wait for his turn in the bathroom?
Brush his teeth?
It's nice to know that you're doing that.
Hygiene becomes important when you have someone to impress. It's only the guys who cares what you smell like, right?
Couldn't ask for a better answer than that, Kevin. I'm turning things around. This is for you.
All right.
When you first fooled around, did Kim say you knew how to turn her on right away, with a little guidance, or after she spelled it out for you?
I think I knew how to turn her on right away.
No, Kim did. Kim, what did you say?
I said a little guidance because he didn't know me yet, so he needed to find out what would please me. And he was very considerate, and he always asked.
Another good answer.
Always asked. Okay. Do you mind if I?
Another good answer. No points. Tim, this is for you. This is for you. What did Melanie say she hopes the two of you never do together as a couple? Wear matching outfits, start a business, or call each other Ma and Pop?
Call each other Mom and Pop.
That's it. Any particular reason?
It sounds too old.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
does,
want
yeah.
to be old.
Finally, Chad, according to Carrie, when you're in pain, do you take it like a man, go to the doctor, or just whine and complain?
Oh, I whine and complain.
That's your baby. How bad is your baby there?
My baby is terrible. He gets a little cut, a little scrape, a little nick, and it's the end of the world. Sniffle is like pneumonia.
Do you get what you're looking for?
I get great attention. It's worth it.
Okay, there you go. Let's find out if these brides have some secrets that might shake up their husbands when we come back. Thanks for coming back to the Newlywed Game. Kim and Kevin, I'm happy to report that you've got a match and 10 points are on the board. Melanie and Tim, you're doing a little bit better. You got 20 points. Carrie and Chad, you're playing an almost perfect game. You got 30 points. Husbands, pay careful attention because I'm going to reveal little secrets that your wives revealed to us. If you think it's your wife that said that, you're going to hold up that sign and you're going to yell out,
That's my wife!
Great. And if you're right, and that was your wife, you'll get 10 points. But you got to be sharp. If you're wrong, you'll lose 10 points. First one up is the only one that can win or lose. The thing you do that makes absolutely no sense to her is put Depp in your hair and then brush it out.
That's my wife!
You were first, Tim. Good job. What are you doing with the Depp, Tim?
Well, you know, I like to have that wet look, and then, you know, after a while it gets a little boring, just run the brush through it.
Well,
He flattens it.
yeah, so
It's nice and really, you know, decked all up and really pretty looking, and then he goes.
so that makes no sense to you that it looks so
No.
nice and then he
I
flattens.
always ask him why he does that.
Her idea of packing light is to take everything in her closet.
That's my wife!
Good job, Tim. She really made a pig of herself the time she ate 20 plates of shrimp at Sizzler.
That's my wife!
No, you're wrong about that one, Tim.
That was
Scary.
Wow.
20 plates of shrimp.
I love shrimp, Gary. I
Yeah.
love it. And at Sizzler, they used to do this all-you-can-eat shrimp feast, and they just kept bringing them to me, so I just kept eating them. And 20 plates later, it was the joke of the family.
That's tough.
Yeah.
She says you turn to jelly whenever she kisses your ear.
That's my wife!
You just got in over the
love that.
She always thinks dirty thoughts in the shower.
That's my life.
Yeah. It's kind of ironic, thinking dirty while you're getting clean.
That's right.
She was so embarrassed when she farted in the dollar store.
That's my life.
In the dollar store.
There were so many bargains, she got so excited.
Yeah. The one secret she feels she has to keep from you is that she sometimes fakes it. Oh. Who doesn't want to put their hand up?
You know, it wasn't an ego blow. It wasn't. It's just, it's true. Every woman does it at some point in her life.
Yeah, sometimes when you're so full of shrimp, it's just impossible. Well, stick around, folks, because we're going to find out which one of these newlywed couples gets that second honeymoon when we come back. Thanks for coming back to the newlywed game. Now, I'm just curious, if you win that second honeymoon, what would you do differently this time? Kara?
Not take it during hurricane season.
Not take it during hurricane season. What happened the first time?
No. Well, we didn't hit the hurricane, but it came about 3 or 4 days before we got there, so the water was turned up and then the weather wasn't very
Right,
good.
the jellyfish on the
Yeah,
beach.
lots of jellyfish.
All right, that sounds like a good idea. Tim?
We definitely like to get a room that doesn't vibrate as much.
Doesn't vibrate. Yeah, and maybe if you do take a cruise away from that anchor that comes up every day.
Right.
All right. And Kevin?
Absolutely the same weather thing. Not go during the Hawaiian raining season. Consult with our travel agent next time.
All right, good thinking. All right, at the end of this round, one of these couples will be off on a fabulous second honeymoon. Ellen, tell them where they're going.
Gary, today's winners are off to Ixtapa, Mexico. They'll spend a week at the Cristal Ixtapa Hotel, where every room overlooks the ocean. Enjoy beaches, water sports, tennis, and superb Mexican hospitality. From Cristal Ixtapa. Adios, Gary.
Gracias, Ellen. Okay, you've all got a good reason to compete here. Melanie and Tim, you're in first place with 40 points. Hot on your heels are the Derbies, Kim and Kevin, with 30 points. Also, hot on your heels are Carrie and Chad Gorsage with 30 points as well. Here's how we're going to find our Ixtapa honeymoon winner. I'm going to give your wives, guys, a couple of choices. She's going to hold up the card that best applies to you guys. It's up to you to match. I start at 10 points. It keeps going up. The last one is for 100 points. You ready? Here we go. For 10 points, red licorice or black licorice? Get them up there, ladies. Chad.
Red licorice.
Red indeed. Kim.
Red it is.
Red it is. Kevin.
Red.
Perfect. For 20 points, exercises regularly or afraid not? Tim.
Afraid not.
Afraid not. Kevin.
Afraid not.
Afraid not. Chad.
Exercise.
Yeah.
Right.
Got to be in good shape to surf, right?
Oh, yeah.
For 30 points, do-gooder or bad boy? Kevin?
Absolutely do-gooder.
Yeah! Chad?
Do-gooder.
Do-gooder. Tim?
Definitely do-gooder.
Do-gooder. For 40 points, stops at one serving or goes back for seconds? Chad?
Gotta go back for seconds.
Indeed you do. Chad?
Gotta go back for the second.
Perfect.
Second.
You're getting them all right. It's still really close. For 50 points, totally hip or kind of dated? Tim?
Kind of dated.
Okay.
Pretty hip.
Okay. Chad?
I'm hip.
She said you're kind of dated. For 60, and a little dented.
Yeah.
For 60 points, can resist her advances or never turns her down? Kevin?
Absolutely never turns her down.
Chad?
I'll resist her advances.
No, it says you never turn her down. Tim?
Never turns her down.
Okay. All right, this is the 100-point one, and as it stands right now, in first place by themselves are Kim and Kevin with 240. In second place now are Melanie and Tim with 190. Carrie and Chad, you're now in third place with 130. All right. This one is for $100. 100 points. So listen up. Happy with a quickie or wants it to last? Get them up there. Going to start with you, Chad. This will give you 230.
I'm happy with a quickie.
Okay, you're happy with a quickie. You got a nice score there. Okay, Tim, there's some pressure on you here because if you don't get this right, the winners are automatically the derbies over there. So we want you to get this right, make a little competition here.
Definitely a quickie.
Okay. All right. So now, Kevin, the pressure is really on you. Are you sweating just a little bit?
Just a tiny.
All right, don't say anything. I want to remind you what's at stake here. Right now, in first place are the Lomans, Melanie and Tim with 290. You've got 240. This will give you 340.
All right.
If you get it right, you're going to Ixtapa.
Excellent.
Otherwise, you can't Ixtapa the Lomans from going. What's it going to be?
I am happy with a quickie.
Mexico, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time here on the